Welcome to another episode of Curtain Call Conversations. I'm here today with Annabel Marlow, who is due to open in Muriel's Wedding at the Curve in Leicester very shortly. Opens on the 10th of April. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Yes, really well, thank you. So let's talk about Muriel's Wedding. I mean, it's a really fun film. People will remember the film from 1994, starring Toni Collette. But for people that don't know perhaps the story of Muriel's Wedding, tell us all about it and tell us all about your character.
Sure. So the show starts in Pauper Spit, which is a small town in the suburbs of Australia where Muriel has grown up. And everyone there basically looks the same and wants the same thing out of life, which is just to settle down and never leave. And that's what Muriel wants at the start as well. But then things get shaken up a bit when she gets kicked out of her friendship group and she goes away and meets my character, Rhonda. And I sort of inspire her to move to Sydney with me and take life by the reins. And we go clubbing and we just fall in love as best friends. And I love everything about her that she originally hated about herself. I think she's amazing. She loves me too. Um, and she makes a few questionable decisions along the way, but you just root for her because she is so lovable and sweet, and she's just desperate to make something of herself. And then in the end, the message is sort of about self-acceptance, loving yourself, and the people around you that love you for who you are.
Lovely. It sounds amazing. I mean, you're in the rehearsal process at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, do you enjoy the whole rehearsal process?
Yeah, I love the rehearsal process, and we're in our final week, which sucks. Well, next week we're doing tech,
Yeah.
so we're moving into the theatre, but rehearsals for me are just doing the show is great, obviously, but rehearsals is just so much fun, like getting to know everyone and watching it all come together for the first time. And it's so exciting. It's so exciting.
Yeah, it will be. And I mean, the songs in this show, they're so brilliant. I mean, some of them are written by Benny and Bjorn from ABBA. I mean, this is great pedigree. So do you have a favorite song from the show?
Ooh, yes. Oh, okay. So at the moment, the ones that I'm loving are the ones that I haven't actually been in and I'm
Okay.
just watching for the first time.
Yeah.
So there's one called Life is a Competition, which it's just got the most incredible routine to it and it's so funny. Here Comes the Bride is a beautiful song that, and the theme is, I guess, possibly the main musical theme in the show. It keeps coming back. And I think it's beautiful. The harmonies are incredible. And then mine and Muriel's songs together are more like poppy, catchy, um, but with musical theatre like vibe as well. So those songs are great. They really like show off our like characters. They're a bit more, yeah, like funky, upbeat.
Yeah.
We have a great song called Ride or Die, which is just about like just being obsessed with each other. And
Yeah.
that's just a great pop song. I would like hear that on the radio and be like, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fantastic. So let's
Everyone
talk a little bit sort of about you and your career and how you started performing. So tell us all about how you got the bug.
Oh, yeah, I guess I was always my mum and my dad were both musicians. So growing up, we all me and my siblings like were encouraged to like pick an instrument from a young age. My mum taught me singing as well.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just got really interested in acting. And when I'd like go to see shows when I was younger, I'd be obsessed with um, the scenes and I'd be like,
Yeah.
let's skip the music and watch the scenes. And then as I got older, got obsessed with musical theatre because I did classical singing when I was younger.
Mm.
And there was like a group of friends at school who were obsessed with musical theatre as well. And we'd kind of like share albums and like
Yeah.
get together at the music room and like put together little shows. I guess it was always like that, like at school, just on in breaks, putting together little plays or like learning songs together.
Yeah.
um, and then when I went to uni, I did a lot of the Musical Theatre Society shows. I went to Leeds, and the
Mhm.
stand-up was just crazy, and it was so much fun. I got to learn a lot more shows there. And then I did my master's at Central. That was just in acting, but I was always writing music and writing comedy alongside that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, just it's always been my main thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, obviously reading up about you before we talk, and I didn't realise you originated the role of Catherine Howard in
Yeah.
Six at the Edinburgh Fringe. I mean, this is proper OG stuff here. I mean, how is that? I mean, look at how well the show is still doing now, and you were there right at the beginning.
It's crazy. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I literally like skived school to get the train up to Cambridge to go audition.
Did you?
Yeah, I was 18 when I did it. So I hadn't done anything because at school you would do your school plays every
Yeah.
year, but we always did straight plays and it would be, schools, it would be like 5 nights or
Mm.
whatever. And so this was a month of shows and I hadn't done anything like that. So it was exhausting and incredible. And also being at the Edinburgh Fringe as like a young
Yeah.
teenager, I'd never been before. It's just over. It's like my favorite place in the world.
Mm.
I've pretty much been every year since then. I have been
Yeah.
every year since then.
Oh, amazing.
But yeah, it was a crazy experience, and I loved that part so much. Like, I just felt I hadn't done anything that was like funny pop singing
Mm.
with like being a bit, sultry and like
Yeah.
any of stuff, and it was so much fun to do for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how much has it evolved since that very first sort of fringe show? I mean, obviously now it's in the West End and all that, but I mean,
Yeah.
sort of the premise of it and the scenes and the songs, are they all that the same?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apart from the song No Way, that
Okay.
basically completely changed. Not the message of it, but the
Mm.
um but apart from that, like the scenes, yeah, most of the songs, like the core of the show, it's stayed the same. They
Yeah.
got it like
Yeah.
10
Well,
out of
absolutely. Yeah. If it's
10 first try, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely triumph, isn't it, really? So you mentioned there also that you write comedy. I mean, this is a great sort of other side to you. So how did that come about? Like, how did you fall into that world?
Um, I don't know really. I guess I got obsessed with SNL like when I
Okay.
was at school and sketch comedy and just like watching it. And then I was like, when I go, oh, and then I did a acting foundation at Lambda, and one of the teachers there called me a clown, and he kind of got me to like write some of our final showcase with him. He was like, that scene from Notting Hill or whatever it was, he was like, he just gave me a reference and was like, I want a scene to be
Mm,
kind of like this, like go write it. So he kind of made me, that was like the first time.
okay.
And then after that, yeah, and then I just wrote loads of comedy at uni. And then I wrote my like musical comedy one woman show that I did at Edinburgh Fringe this year and last year. Um yeah, oh yeah, because I did a bit of stand up and then I did like
Okay.
comedy songs, and then I put together like an hour of that material really.
Mm,
But yeah, I think I just came from being obsessed with SNL on YouTube, I think.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. I mean, if it gets you to the fringe every year as well, I mean, that's always a bonus, isn't it, really? So have you, going back to Muriel's wedding, have you sort of worked with any of the cast before?
No, no,
No.
no.
No. What's it like sort of the first day when you all meet? How's that for you all?
It's it's so it's overwhelming. It's a lot because I've done like a few shows since I've been like out in the world as it like since I graduated from drama school, but they've all been like small casts. I think the
Mm.
biggest cast was like 8 people, but I've done shows with
Okay.
like 5 people, 4 people, and this is almost 30 people in the
Okay.
cast. And then like it's at the Leicester Curve, so like the
Mm.
team is huge. I just haven't worked with like anything of this scale. So it
Yeah.
was just overwhelming. And you're sat there like, wow, this is a big deal. There's like 100 people
Yeah.
in this room. But then gradually as you go, you get to obviously chat to people more, and rehearsals are just such a great way to get to know people because you're being silly and like
Mm.
watching people be great, and there's just a great energy. So gradually it gets like a bit easier with getting to know people, but that first day is just like so overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with your sort of character, did you take sort of reference from the film, or have you completely sort of generated a new Rhonda?
Um, yeah, no, it's definitely I mean, because PJ, who wrote the film, wrote and directed the film, he's written this too. So
Okay.
the characters are based off
Mm.
those film characters. Um, but obviously, like, I'm a different person playing it, so a lot
Yeah.
of me, I guess, will be in this version of Rhonda, and
Yeah.
all the previous incredible girls that have played Rhonda before in Australia and stuff. It will be a mixture of film Rhonda and them as actors.
Mm.
So a mix, I guess, but you can't help but take inspiration from the film because it's those characters are just
Yes.
incredible.
Iconic. Iconic, I think is a good word.
Iconic. That's
Yeah.
it.
So this opens on the 10th of April, running through to the 10th of May. So you've got a glorious
Yeah.
month at the Curve, which is a stunning theatre. I have visited a few times and it is a lovely, lovely place. So
Yeah.
tell people why they should come and see Muriel's wedding.
I'll come to see Muriel's wedding because you will laugh so much and potentially cry, but that's up to you. It's so funny. The music will be in your head all week. You can go with a group of friends and have a good time. Go with your family. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Excellent. That has sold it to everybody, I'm sure. Thank you so much for taking some time out today
Yay.
to chat with me, and I really hope the show goes well.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.